Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is Teners the Human, and welcome back to our Western Empire Rebels campaign. You join me where there's a civil revolt. Yes, naturally, last time we were leaving this to flip back to the Empire. It was a bit difficult to hold after it rebelled to us. Yeah, it kind of keeps the population in the town when that happens, which is a bit of a shame. Obviously, if we take it during war, we can exterminate the city and convert it to Christianity. We have, though, built a church. Unfortunately, with all the vandals that are passing around, it wasn't converting at that point, but maybe it will start to convert if indeed they have left the region by now. So we'll work on that one over time. For now, I'm pretty happy with my river border over here. We better get this chap back down to Varicum, actually, because he's been laying that watchtower for many years when the game was bugging out. Anyway, we've got ourselves some upgrades, some spies, some lovely clever monkeys have joined our force. Even the monkeys see that we are the right way to go now. Appius Rex, move over to the bridge outside Mediolanum. Not the greatest army in the world, but we've got plenty here. A few units of Palatina, got some Scutiari, some Comitatenses. Not too bad, not particularly good either, but if we stand on the bridge, I'm sure we can make it all work for us. An assassin in Marsilia, that's going to help the rebellions as well. So if I can ever click on the right place, we'll send him onwards and he can destroy the temples ahead of time. 33%. It's not bad at all, is it? He's only got one ability there, so he presumably has a bit of a weak trait when it comes to being assassinated. So last time, we obviously had to deal quite a lot with the whole civil revolt situation. We've been trying to get these to flip, but it's not quite happening for us, unfortunately. We have though got Tingi over here, and I think it's probably time to start thinking about moving over to Dimity and taking out the Berbers once and for all, because they're just going to cause us problems over time. Over here in Carthage, I thought we had a spy in here. Maybe he got himself killed. That's a shame if so. Was he just standing behind this army where I can't see him? Doesn't look like it. I think he's got himself killed. That is a shame indeed. But you can see their public order is pretty low either way. So there's a chance that might flip to us in the coming turns. We'll see about that. So yes, I think it's probably time to head a little scout unit down towards Dimity. So that's probably what I will do over here. In fact, I might as well just send the army. Do I have any spies? I should have a spy. Yeah, you know what? That will do. The spy will do his job, which is exactly what he's supposed to do. We'll get a few eyes on the area, see what we can do in the coming turns. If we can get us... Oh, we don't have any money. Yeah, we'll get this guy to go put a watchtower down just so we have a good eye on the border. But for now, things are looking pretty good. A few rebels popping around. They're obviously neutral to us. They are pretty much our friends as far as I'm concerned. So yes, we'll just leave these Berber armies wandering around. They are not strong enough to take out any of our cities, so we'll just let them bumble and get themselves killed. But on the whole, we're just back at the point where I've destroyed all of my economy again by having too many armies. Yes, I've got a fair force up here, so I probably need to start thinking about how I will use them. So what I think is I need to figure out how I'm going to start these attacks. Now, Summer Breather over here. That is probably what I should go for, actually, because I've obviously damaged it a bit. These troops that they have should be fairly trashy. It should just be peasants, because I destroyed the military infrastructure. And some of you might have been shouting out, no, why have you destroyed the barracks and the cavalry stables? Well, it's basically just that when it revolts to them, it's kind of a tactic you do if you play as the Western Empire itself, is you give up certain towns to rebellion, but you destroy the military infrastructure. Because essentially, the troops that come out of the rebellion are going to come out of the infrastructure the city has. So by getting rid of the barracks, we should only really find this is peasants. And that'll be easy enough to go and take, or hopefully easy enough. You never really know about that. Sometimes you get some odd experience on the troops when they come out of a rebellion. So we'll see about that. But I think if we exterminate the population, it'll make it easy to take. So a flip here or there should wind them down. We've got a couple over here in Augusta Tuvarorum. And we will hopefully in time go and deal with that. If we can get it to flip, that would be perfect. But guessing if it's gone back up to 75%, then that's not imminent. So we'll head into Colonia Agrippina instead. That's pretty high up, actually. So yeah, they're both fairly high. Bit of a shame that, and it looks like the Franks have lost all of their holdings. Also a bit unfortunate, but if it keeps the other factions busy rather than attacking me, then I suppose that's very much to my favour. So it's probably a case of ending our turn, seeing what happens. But essentially, think it's time to start mobilising our forces over here and start sending them towards the Empire over on the border here. Exciting, exciting stuff. Colonia Agrippina has actually flipped over to us. And we actually have ourselves the Master of Infantry on our side now, which is good because, of course, good old Appius is the Master of Horse. I said the Master of Horse. That's a different title, but he's got the command of the cavalry. So we've now got both the cavalry and the infantry commander of the Empire on our side. Lovely stuff. Happily, he's Christian because sometimes it doesn't actually go your way and then you have to get them killed. He is an old degenerate by all things, well, yeah, as far as we can tell. So we will destroy the temple. Very high tax rate. I don't actually have the money to build a Christian temple, which is a slight problem. But I'll tell you what I can possibly do. Do you think this force can go and sack this city here? It might be able to, you know. It might just be able to. Now, Vandals over here wandering around. I don't know if they've just attacked the city there or not. It is rebelling again, which potentially works in our favour. We'll have to see about that. So, I'll tell you what. You send up a force. You just take yourself over there. Can't actually see far enough, which is a bit of a shame. I could do with better eyes on you. Let's just have a check of our end of term report. Glorious Revolt, of course, in Colonia Agrippina, and a convert to our cause Nero Flavius. That presumably is the guy we were just looking at here. Yes, indeed it was. So he's also Master of Assassins, which is intriguing, and the Drillmaster Retinue. I do love the Drillmaster Retinue. Obviously, the trait itself gives you minus morale in battle, but the retinue here is actually just what you'd love to have in your armies. No, it's not vision, but it is just the movement points and a little bit of discount to training costs. So always welcome that. Always welcome indeed. Shame we don't have money for any of this. Big shame that, because it looks like we can build a fair amount. But if we can manage to use this army for something productive, like taking Augusta Terrorum over here, that would suit me very well indeed. I think the Romans are going to start collapsing this area. There is another town up here, isn't there, that I can't see at the moment. Yes, right here, over there. I haven't actually got eyes on that at the moment. So maybe we'll send the guy... Ooh, actually, can we just get... It might actually flip of its own accord, actually. 45! Yeah, there's a good chance then it'll flip by itself. Okay, well, we might as well poke these guys. They'll run away, naturally. But... yeah, looks like we can take this force and head over here. So, I'm going to take out these guys. Should be a nice, easy one. We'll splatter them with all of our oranges and things. Augusta Trevorum. That might riot for a term, which is obviously going to injure the people. And then we'll go and take it, I think. This could very much work in our favour. Let's go. This is largely a case of stabby, stabby, splat, splat. And with that in mind, we're going to start shooting fire shots, obviously with the onager. Everyone's favourite weapon. Are these the guys who can hide like everywhere? Yeah, pretty much, but unfortunately because they're the general, they're not going to be able to do that as far as I'm aware. So some terrible shots coming in. Oh, ballista's coming in. Did they actually just take the ballista shot? Well done, sir, if that is the case. It does look like they've lost a couple men, judging by their number, but I can't see the corpses, so... yeah, interesting indeed. Ah, that man, Stevie can't take this shot. No, he cannot. Okay. I tell you what, we'll speed this up and we'll just watch them go boomy, boomy, splat, splat. And hopefully, yep, that is the hit we were looking for. And they are not going to last too long. Be a bit of a shame if they were to simply run away. But we'll chase after them with a general if we need to. I'll get a bit of practice for the infantry. Yeah, for the artillery here. It's nice to get those in the roster. I think it'll be a while until I hide them myself. So... yep. Oof. He got shot by a ballista. Magnificent stuff. And that's them gone. Well done, onagers. Well done indeed. Lovely stuff there. Let's get the taste buds tingling for the rest of the episode here. Okay, with that we have a bit of a warm-up for this. Now, I don't think an auto-resolve is going to be in our favour with this, necessarily. If we had money, we might be able to hire people. No, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do instead is... ooh, I think we're going to wait a turn. Just going to wait a turn and see if anything goes our way. I'm just going to put one unit of peasants in there for now. They do have some experience on them, which is might be what happened over here. We might well end up with lots of experienced peasants. to bear that in mind. Oh well. Well, when we end our turn, we'll see what happens with that regard. So over here, we pretty much want to take this entire force, don't we? We'll leave behind that small unit. They're not very happy about it, but some peasants in there, maybe they'll settle down. Yeah, it's not too bad. Tell you what, though, we will leave one of you. Titus Avidius. No, I'm going to bring you both, actually. I'm going to bring you both over in this direction. And we might as well go have a little look what's going on. So, full of troops. They have some Groll Knights. They hide up some of the Grolls. That is lovely stuff. But yeah, the rioting is causing them all kinds of problems. That's going to flip back to us again. So if I'm honest with you, I'm happy to put my spy in there and just let that tick over. They have the Christian shrine. They haven't built the church. It's fine. The yeah, the AOA don't seem to ever change around the religion. They just kind of accept it as it is. So they're not going to go out their way to change that back to pagan. We'll just have to see how that goes. That's a good bit of fun. We obviously had a spy down here as well. This guy is not going to lay his watchtower anytime soon, so let's not worry about that. What we should probably do instead then is get this army marching in this direction. So we'll move them over there. How much? Oh, we can't retrain, can we? So if we put it on to monthly games, they're just about settled. We'll put the Foderati back, if I'm honest. Keep those there, and we'll just take the army to meet up together. Though, frankly, we should probably get some more troops. Can we beat this Berber navy? I imagine we can. We've got reinforcements over here. You know, next turn we'll have a little go at doing that. I think we could do with some of these troops coming over, and if we need to put some games on, I suppose that's what we're going to have to do. Vandal's taken on the Western Empire here, which very much works in my favour. But we have ourselves a bridge battle, and not the kind I like. No, it's the double-sided bridge battle. That is not good at all. No, I want to face these guys on the same side. Fine, 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 fine. So we have ourselves a frugal, superstitious pagan. Doesn't look particularly good, does he? And what about this? It's just a captain. To be honest, these guys should melt fairly easily. Depends, yeah, if we can get these cavalry across. I can't remember. Can Sarmatians still cross? I'm not sure about that. We'll maybe we can spy from them. Foderati can swim. I am sure of that, but I'm not so sure about our Sarmatians. Aha, there we go. No, they can't. They're a bit too heavy. That's a bit annoying, but we have one Foderati to get in behind. Okay, a bit annoying, but not the end of the world. We can do this. This is an important battle for us. 3-2 it says, but there was both sides, well, with them both sides of the river, it's going to be a little bit awkward. None of the fancy Free Kingdom style river battles for us here today, just a proper old-fashioned standing on either side of the bridge. So let's get into battle and let's see how this one goes. This could be quite a big one. Making sure I've got this particular flank covered, so I'm going to get my infantry spread out along this line. I'm going to get these cav units, potentially go and harass them as they come towards us. If we can get across the bridge, then we will, but we'll see about that. Archers are shooting all of them down as early as they can. Over at the gate here, at the entrance, we've got ourselves some Limitani to experience, but we've got the Palatina in a strong shield wall formation to hold. So we should, with any luck, be able to just really pin them into position. Second unit of archers, get yourself over here, because it looks like they're far more interested in sending people over there than over here. So we'll get on with that. Don't know why I've gone all deep and British, but I have, and we'll stick with that accent for now. So over here, what have we got? Plenty of troops to deal with, but we'll just bide our time for now. I'm not too concerned about them, if I'm honest. Lovely stuff. Right, they're going to come across over here. General, come and get yourself into position. Can we get you two to just come over here and potentially throw those javelins of yours if we get the opportunity to do so, because and we might find that works best, although we do currently have the Palatina piercing their cavalry at the front. That should work in my favour. So, archers, shoot them down. Archers, shoot into the flanks, please, with some fire shots. You two, throw your javelins in. Those Foderati, please. That will help us very much. Fire shots coming in now. They won't be liking this at all. You guys stay where you were. Your job is to throw javelins in, so continue doing that, please. I want to make sure I keep as many fresh infantrymen as possible back here, although it's probably time just to send in some of my guys over there for a bit of a poke. You guys get across the river. See if you can keep them busy. Guys. Your job at this point is to go over there. Do not get yourself stuck in battle. Pull back into your previous position. Okay. Cavalry. That's their general right there. Foderati don't have javelins. Good. So we don't need to worry about that. We're going to slam into them. Apparently I clicked on the general and not the archers. That works for me, to be honest. We can pile in on them. Pull out. We've done a nice early charge, but we don't need to get ourselves murdered in a suicidal frenzy, chaps. So we'll just leave them to it. Hopefully slow them down, disrupts them. Just going to make sure I know what's going on over here. Archers are trying to shoot. Okay, we'll just be careful about that. Let's start committing the next units of these guys. You throw in your javelins, please. Perfect. So, fire. Yeah, you two guys just get your arrows over there. What are they doing over here? They are getting pulled into us. Perfect. We'll just absolutely surround the general. That isn't even the general he's talking about. They're about to get themselves slaughtered. And you, sir... Oh, there he goes. Let's not get ourselves trapped in here, but we're going to kill him on our escape anyway. Pull out of there. Pull out of there, sirs. Thank you very much. Get out of there! No, I don't care what those cav do to you. You are going to pull yourself into position. All of these chaps over here, they are now archers. Good. Archers. They're now ready to throw their javelins. This is good. We've beaten this army completely, which means anything we've got left over here can sort of form a second line of sorts. What else have we got? Limitani over there. Yeah, sorry. You need to go into that position. And archers, all of my archers, change your plan, please. Get yourselves over here and get ready to shoot with them. Cavalry. Get yourselves over here at this point. That is good. I'll send the Foderati to mop them up. I was a bit late in sending them over. But if any point they want to get themselves there, that'd be grand. Should really just put these guys together. Limitani are going to throw javelins. Do get yourselves out of there. Lovely stuff. Okay, javelins coming in. They're going to be wasted on these peasants annoyingly, but you know what? Sometimes auto-controlling that stuff can be a bit annoying. Foderati infantry, but they're a bit too split up. They're going to get demolished by the charge. Yep, they are instantly broken. That means we pull out and we start to encircle them. Don't know why it's encircle with encircle, but I've decided that is the phrase now, so we're going to go with that. Limitani, please just get yourself over to that flank very swiftly indeed. As for these cav back here, you hit the Limitani, you hit those Limitani, you guys just hit whatever units are running at you. We're going to mop them up pretty swiftly here. General, you come around here as well, help us out. Good, they're piling on. Get into the Bucellari, don't let them cause us any problems. Limitani are getting pinned by both sets of cav. They're melting, they're falling apart. This is just what we want to see. Virtually no one is still fighting apart from these mercenary veterinari who I'm about to encircle because they are well out of position. No, they're gone. I don't really know who's still fighting, but someone presumably is somewhere. Good. Right, those cav across the river, they can go and chase them down. And otherwise, I don't really know who's still fighting. Looks like one cav? One cav maybe? Yeah, just the cav over there. Right, all cav, just start chasing them down apart from you, who just needs to charge down peasants, archers, something mysterious. Okay, that's fine. We'll just go and chase them. Works for me. All infantry then, just start chasing stuff and things. I don't really care what, if I'm perfectly honest with you. But this is a pretty good victory for us. Once again, Appius Pius here with a big victory. 1.5 armies taken out over here, and that is very much going to work in our favour. Just run off these archers. Don't go and shoot down any of our own men. I think largely we might as well now just swing around to these guys over here. They need to get mopped up, and this will be well, I suppose we could pounce into Milan, but it's probably not. Yeah, I think we can lure in 1 or 2 more battles before we get to that stage. So I'm going to mop them up. and we'll see. Oh, someone still wants to fight. Apparently there are 3 men over there who want to fight. Right, archers. Archers, 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 you go and do that. Right, I'm going to go mop up the last few of these men, shoot down those foolish cav who don't want to, you know, don't want to live. And once we're done with that, we'll, yeah, we'll get back to the campaign map, because I think we're going to try and lure them into a repeat of this trap. Wow, the statistics looks good for us there, don't they? 1,719 kills. And, well, barely 150 for them, and not even 150. So, a bit of experience for the bodyguard and the odd unit here or there. Frankly, I think they should all have gained from that particular affair, but apparently not. With that, Mediolanum is looking vulnerable indeed. So, damage in Colonia Agrippina, as you might well have expected. Peasants will just continue to stand around there. This is still rebelling. So we'll just send the spy back in and make sure that we're ready to pounce when the opportunity comes. Vandals are pretty much burnt themselves out, taking on various Roman forces around here. That's just a captain, so presumably they still have more chaps around, but I don't think they have an awful lot. Sneaky, yes, lots and lots of improvements to all of our spies. Our spies are getting very strong indeed. Cordoba's grown. Well, it was already miserable, so we'll go to daily games at this point. That is absolutely fine by me. And we've got ourselves, yeah, the men over here who are going to jump on that boat and dump them over there. Now, of course, we need to go and take on this Berber fleet. That has been sunk, which is good news indeed. And with that, we've got ourselves a decent little stack to go take on the Berbers. I do just want to finish them off because they do just pump a ridiculous amount of troops out here, considering it shouldn't really give them anything whatsoever, but apparently it does, so we'll have to just keep an eye on that and make sure nothing silly is going on. Tarako has an army outside it. Finally managed to wander around the rebels, but frankly I don't even think that's worth really getting involved with, because we'll beat them without any real problems, I suspect. So, Ols over here. Ols. Oh yes, Marcellus Hortensius over here. A bit careless, but otherwise a pretty good chap, 30 years old. For some reason I feel like he's a bit older, judging by the picture. Could do some influence, because he seems to be lacking that a tiny bit, but he's got a starting management. He's got some good traits in terms of just, yeah, getting into a fight or two. So, possibly should be sending him rather than Maximus Rex over to this battle, but you know what, it's all fine and dandy. So we got ourselves the assassin over here. 14%, not particularly high, but what about the sabotage options? 72% for Mithras. Have a go at that, please, sir. Smashy, smashy. Oh, yes, indeed. So the awesome temple of Mithras has been damaged. That puts it down to 65. So, if I go and get my spies, who are currently squatting down here, that will change it round. So, Mediolanum is now down to 20. Oh, that is looking bad for them, isn't it? 15 now. And yeah, there's only so much you can do at this point. But yeah, smash up the temple is going to very much work in my favour. I'm going to move to the next bridge, actually. See if we can tempt out some forces from Ravenna as well. Mediolanum might actually fit under the same plan as we saw before, where, yeah, we maybe take it, kind of just let it burn a bit and then take it back at a later point. Urban barracks. Oh yes, the Committee's first cohort can come out of there, which will be rather lovely to have. Just kind of skipping all the middle things here in terms of the units. So for some reason they didn't get any riots, which is a bit bizarre. But we are going to head in. We've got ourselves open gates and we've got ourselves onges as well. Looks like we're going to have to do it ourselves. 8 to 7. I fancy our chances, you know. I very much fancy our chances. So let's head in. Let's see if we can wangle this one, because it's going to be a tiny bit awkward. But on the whole, I think it's going to be doable. Let's go. Now, strictly speaking, there's no actual need for me to shoot at this wall at all. But you will notice that now our ballista has a much better shot at these guys. And if they stand here for too long, they're going to get themselves in a lot of trouble. So, yes, indeed, they've run off the wall at this point, because you can see it's about to collapse, which is indeed what just happened. Bit of a shame that they ran away, but there we go. Where have they run off to at this point? Down to 76 and they're over there. Might as well destroy this part of the wall, but then we'll just have a go at smashing into these guys. I'm sure they want to get themselves killed in good time. 87, speed it up. There goes the walls. Now, obviously I can go for any gate, but I do want to have a little shot with my artillery as much as possible. Yeah, they're getting themselves shot by the ballista at this point, which works quite well in my favour. Just over the head of our dear chap Frederick over here on the wall. He seems fairly confident right now, but we'll see how confident you feel once you're smacked in the heads. Guys aren't particularly good, are they? No, we'll tell you what, we'll try if we can get one lucky flaming shot on them, but mostly I suspect we're going to miss terribly, terribly, terribly. May have started setting the town on fire. This sometimes happens. Ignore that. Ignore the fact that I was actually going to take this town properly and not leave it to burn. But apparently that's what I'm managing to achieve right now. Because apparently we are terrible, terrible shots. I've actually got a pretty much a straight shot at these guys. There we go. I wasn't watching. So obviously they went splatty, splatty on this occasion. Down to 62. Lovely stuff. They are ready. They're a bit burnt. They can't be too happy about life. A bit hot over here, lads. Are you sure you want to stay? I felt they should be taking some damage from all this, but apparently not. Well, we're just going to bum rush the gate at this point because what else have we got to do? So the tower will get some shots in, of course, but quite frankly, I'm happy to get out of the way, fire! There we go, thank you. Yep, so we're just going to get ourselves straight into these chaps. They're going to do a bit of damage for the moment. A bit of awkward damage, to be honest, because yeah, there's all the towers in the world, but that's fine. We're just going to bring our infantry in to do the damage. As they get themselves in, I'm sure we'll be fine to just overwhelm this unit. Infantry, we're supposed to actually be charging in, so please do that. It's quite important that you get here now so that we can actually, you know, take over these towers and things. We want to kind of keep the advantage we had. It's kind of the whole point. Why is the town on fire? Might be slightly my fault. Okay, infantry! Get into these chaps. They're a little bit isolated for now. And one of you, please, sir, come up here and grab this tower because it would really help if we had some of them on our side at the very least. So, let's just try and overpower them at this point. Gentlemen, will you get over here because we're just getting shot to ribbons because we're fools. There we go. Thank you for giving us the vision once more. Palatina are taking them out. General refuses to get involved in battle. Please, sir, come and help. Thank you very much. Right, you come over and finish these committences for me, please. One of you, Palatina, someone, I don't really mind who. Apparently we're all split all over the place. There's the charge on the general. Lovely. Yeah, one of you kind of get up this tower, please. That would be very helpful. No. That is the entrance to the tower. They're blocking this one, so you need to go over here. Thank you very much. Right, something's still burning apparently, but we'll ignore all of that malarkey. Okay, so they're up there. They're going to go up eventually. General is chunking his way through the committences. Probably should pull back at this point, sir. Thank you very much. And we'll pile into these chaps. I think we're taking way too much damage here, but frankly, I don't really mind. It's a bit of a free hit, this army. So I'm just largely going to, yeah, just plough into them as much as possible. These towers can be grabbed by us very quickly. That would be helpful. So do what I've told you to do. They're desperate to go up this ladder. Someone climb the tower. Get up the tower, man! It's ours now. Panic can calm for a little bit. Okay, Imatani, you come over here as well. General, get yourselves through them. I've already broken them once. This shouldn't be too hard to do, quite frankly. So Auxilia, you get yourselves into them. We need to get ourselves over here because kind of the point was that we had the towers on our side and you haven't actually done that even to this point. So we'll just shoot them down a little bit. No, sorry, we're the ones getting shot down. Yeah, we'll get shot down a little bit whilst we take them out. Lovely stuff. Okay, so this tower is ours. We'll go along to the next one. Just make sure we've got that. We've only come at this angle, by the way, because they started us over there, and it is the longest, most tedious town to take, this one. We're at probably the best entrance at this point, which is why I bothered to go straight through here. This way we can get ourselves straight up over to the temple here and onto the plaza. Okay, quite a lot of losses. Quite a lot of losses, but I'm sure it's fine. We've taken out one unit, so all is good. Just looking to tease them off the plaza here. We might just be able to draw them in. Lovely stuff, you sir. Pull out to the flank there. See if we could get the odd javelin in. Marvellous stuff. I might be able to get a hit or two. To be honest, it's not really put in the cavalry like I was initially hoping. It's the Palatina over there. Where are they going? God only knows what they're doing. Right, they're going to pull into my men over here, which means... yeah, we can start piling in. Right, you get into summations now, Sir General. Get in. Get in, get in, get in. Javelins need to come in. And pronto, here comes the charge. Horn of Destiny! And smashy, smashy into their flank, which is what we're looking for. General is in trouble, probably because I've left him to be javelined in the back. Not the most sensible idea, but it's all good and it's all fine. So we'll just play a little bit of a dance with the rest of them. 46 Sarmatians could be a big, big problem. But I don't mind putting them around while we chunk away the Palatina. That probably works in my favour. Ring around of rosy onesies, and now we're ready to pounce once more. Although, having said that, we've just immediately wandered out of position. Palatina, you're kind of supposed to be forming a shield wall, and General, if you want to get back behind the line at this point, that will be magnificent. Legionaries, you kind of need to stand there as well, so that we can throw javelins in. Let's get going. Lovely, good. Throw your javelins in, please. Let's get the Palatina. Yeah, perfect. Palatina. Both of you get into their Sarmatian Auxilia. We can rip them a new one from there. Good, 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 good. Right, start sending in the reserves, which the onagers, the artillery pieces, can get in to help the battle here. It says 38 to 63. It says victory is very much in our favour, but I'm not sure I agree with that. They've got fresh units and we don't. We are all pretty chunked down at this point. Blow the Horn of Destiny, General. And quite honestly, I think we are going to struggle here. We'll just see if we can slowly win the chunking down match. Their General's down, which is good for us. That's going to help, albeit we are just fighting on the plaza largely here, so it's just going to be a long, long chunking affair. Watch the little ants go. Whee! Yeah, gradually we are losing the odd unit here, but I think in general we'll be alright. What have they got? 1, 9 and 32 of the Plumbitari. Cool. So what we'll do is we'll get our General in round the back and we'll smash into them. Oh no, don't break, sirs! I need the last few of you to hold. We've almost won. Don't break now. It's fine. I'm going to come and help with the final charge. So get the General back over here. Everyone, that's them gone. That's them gone. Committences it is. Into the committences. Terrible charge. That wasn't the position he was in at all. That was the other unit, but whatever, mate. Whatever. All units into these committences, apart from you, General. Get yourself properly over here. Try the charge again. Oh no, they're over this side now. Okay, they're about to throw javelins, probably at us. Who knows? Hit them. That should be a good hit on them. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Only a few of us left. I don't know if the General's hurt or not, but I'm sure we can make this work for us. Nice scruffy battle under the soon-to-be burnt-down temple. Marvellous stuff, and by burnt down I mean we're going to strip it of all of its valuables and then we're going to get rid of it, because that's the way we like to do things. So, this old chap here, who is a Nero something or something or something something, he's going to obviously go down. There are only 6 of them left. Let us swing in for one last pounce on these good old pagan fiends. Down they go! Bye, Steve! Woo. Oof, that was a big hit. Yep. That is not the ending comment I usually hear, which suggests this is a very average victory. Indeed it is. You're not used to hearing that line because I don't normally see this little comment either. But scruffy as it was only, you know, a little revolt army taking on the next town. Probably shouldn't have let them get killed so much, but it's fine. We'll exterminate, burn down the temple, and I'm sure we'll be fine when we build a new Christian shrine. Yay! I'm going to attempt desperately to get some troops out of these two towns, but we'll see about that. To be honest, Colonial Agrippina is probably a lost cause at this point. I should probably just leave that to burn. But yes, Augusta Trevorum over here. What are you on? Low tax rate. You're going to struggle too. Okay, that's fine. We'll get some more Plumbee lads, and otherwise we'll just see what happens. Honestly, I think they're revolted because this guy is a terrible administrator. I think he upsets people quite a lot. But oh well, it's all fine. We'll leave him in there. If he gets killed, it's not the end of the world. Would like my spies to start wandering a little bit. There's Augusta Vindelicorum. Go have a little spy on that, please, sir. And over here, I don't really know. We've got the Sarmatians who seem to be, yeah, they're pretty much dead at this point. Last few leaders and a few horde chaps, but mostly gone at this point. The hordes are starting to dissipate and basically collapse. Obviously, Vicus Franci, Frankish capital, the only Frankish city left at this point. They are also a horde faction, so we've got to be careful if we trigger those. But I'm not planning to attack them right now, but that is a very good city. I'd like to have it eventually. Well, this has worked out very well for us, hasn't it? We're just trying to flip Summer Beaver over here, which is down to 20%. And yeah, things have worked very nicely in our favour, so we're just going to wander over here and sort of stand up somewhere near them. I'm just going to hide in this forest for now. That'll be fine. We're just going to hover around the borders. Can we see the percentage of religion? No, we can't. That's a bit of a shame. Might be able to find that we are flipping things a little bit, but not at the moment. At the moment, I can't see if we're starting to change over those characters. The problem was the Vandals before, of course. They had so many different Vandal leaders here that they were all pagan and making problems for us. Fine. Cordoba. We can't actually afford that. Can't afford it. Maybe I really need to get that built. So let's scrap the Plumpetaries. We can get something a little bit cheaper just to hold the line. How much more expensive are they? 810. Yeah, well, let's just get this first. So Cordoba. Well, actually, maybe we do on peasants. I thought you were just ready to build. Oh, we had too many people killed in a riot, and now they can't. Oh no, that's fine. No, that's because of the peasants. I'm a fool. Marvellous stuff. Alright, we can get ourselves some priests, which we could do, but I'm not going to. 510 in Tivrorum over here. We'll get ourselves Privatorius. What a pointless idea. Let's just get ourselves some No, actually, we've already got ourselves some Palatina, so we'll just hold off for now. And yeah, we'll just retrain the others. I'm sure it will all be fine. You, sir, you probably could go and do a bit of work converting this region, but I reckon you can just stay hovered there for now. Just keep an eye on the British coast. Anything coming out of there? Not really. The Isle of Wight doesn't seem to exist, so can't really tell exactly which port that's supposed to be. Let's just go with Portsmouth, but who knows at this stage. And down here, obviously, we're ready to pounce. Okay, it's been a busy couple turns, to be frank, but we'll keep on going. We'll see what pops up. Yes, we need to just get ourselves figuring out what we are going to be doing next time. So we'll end our turn and we'll see what comes up. Alemanni want to chat with us. Some trade rights would be grand. Map information. They might well have nothing to offer, but yeah, they basically have nothing to offer, but they took it happily anyway. Untrustworthy kits, I guess, is what they are, but oh well, we'll have to accept that. Civil disorder in both of these towns. Did Nero get himself killed? Nero got himself killed. That's why I don't normally keep them in there. But to be honest with you, he normally seems to he looked like he was causing problems anyway, so I wouldn't worry about that. Right, that's all our money got literally down to 0, which is impressive. We still for some reason have Colonia Agrippina. We'll see if the Vandals are going to attack it once it flips back, but we might actually be able to hold on to Augusta Tiveron. It's kind of the plan, all things considered. So, what do I want to do? Titus Avidius. Yeah, you can go look after that, I reckon. That'll be good for us. So you head over there. We'll leave this chap over here, and actually maybe we can join these two together. Lovely stuff. So, Over here we're ready to go. Alemanni and the Roman Empire are allies. That bodes well for relations along the border, doesn't it? Faction announcements. We've got a new baby, Servius Edianus. Dalmatius Trabilius got married. That's taken you long enough, sir. Yeah, 40 years old. But he's got an astute wife, so he picked well. Fair enough. I'll let you take your time if you're going to pick well. 5 Olympic Games have been held. Good. Good. May Christianity end the festival. Ha 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 ha. That emperor is starting to come round to our dears. Yes, historically went on for an awful long time, the Olympic Games. 1,000 odd years over, run by the city of Elis. And yeah, sad that it eventually got destroyed or got pulled apart. I guess it was too much of a big pagan festival. Just another little piece of the cog in the pagan empire before yeah, everything turned to Christianity. What year are we in at this point then? Are we somewhere around that, the Christianization of the empire, or the real Christianization? Can't see. Oh, it's 394. Yeah. So we're not too far off the kind of more and more Christianized empire. We of course are spreading it from this side. Sounds like they're pretty Christian over here in Greece, but that's the Eastern Empire, of course, not the Western Empire. Maybe we can be friends with that guy. He seems all right. So 90% public order in Mediolanum. Seems to be holding out. There's a full stack over here. Not particularly good. They didn't bite this time, but they might well do next time. Not sure they can quite make it. We're going to keep him hovering because he's just going to cause them problems. Have they rebuilt the temple by any chance? I kind of suspect they would have. Yes, indeed they have. So I should probably start thinking about getting myself some more assassins when I had the money. To be honest, I'm not sure I can afford to not retrain the troops over there. So yeah, I'll have to hold back on that for now. But probably worth getting a spy a little bit further south, down to Rome, which looks vulnerable. Christian, but vulnerable. Carthage itself doesn't seem to have flipped like we thought it may have by this point. It does look like the Berbers want to take us on. So, we'll pull out of that for the moment. But, what have we got here? A few hillmen, Berber axemen who are not particularly good. The Lancers we know can be dangerous, but they're not particularly great. And armoured camel mercenaries. Honestly, they're fine. They've got decent defences, but I'm sure we can deal with them. We have ourselves a not spectacular army and very inexperienced, but solid enough, and with just enough bits and pieces of cav here or there to be able to do the job. That'd be lovely indeed. So next time Victor X is going to pounce south. He'll try and take care of the Berbers, who hopefully don't have a full stack over here. No, they have a lot more than us, but with any luck I can win big victories against separate forces, because they seem to be sending them a little bit scattered. They send it all at once, I'd be worried. I'm not worried as it stands. So that looks good. Positive, if not if not particularly spectacular over in that part of the world. So we'll see how that falls for us next time. Over here in Italy, we have Appius Rex himself, getting a bit on now, 57 years old, but more great victories under his belt. Apparently loyal, but I don't know how he's loyal to anyone other than himself, because you know he's the faction leader. It doesn't really make much sense. Anyway, don't worry about that. That's all well and fine. And he's with Maximus Rex. Oh yeah, I noticed something. Maximus Rex. He's obviously the last of the sons. He is the Maximusiest of all of the Rexes. But I noticed we've obviously got Sextus Rex. And obviously Sextus would be 6. Yeah, but Sextus actually, I looked at it and he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's the sixth man in the Rex family. So in some ways it magically worked. I'm sure he didn't get married to her before he got born. Actually, maybe he did. Maybe he did. So he is officially the 6th chap of, or the 6th guy in the family. Isn't that just wonderful? So we'll see what happens with all of this mess next time, because frankly we've controlled all of these at some point, and this is about to flip back. That's probably about to flip back to us. This we'll just about hold on to because we exterminated the people, and we're trying to convert it. Hopefully that will work. Yeah, it's why is it 25 but less? Okay, it's buildings, characters. Okay, that's perspective to some extent. Fine. Right, so next turn that will start to be boosted just that little bit more, because we've got this guy coming over to help them out. Obviously they just lost themselves the other Christian leader last time. He had so much good, oh my god, he had such good retinue on him. I was going to pass them over as well because he was pretty old. Sadly, he has been killed by the pagan mob, so next time we'll have to avenge him. But I've been going on about next time for long enough, so for now I will leave you. I'm Thomas, this is Tenacious Human, and this has been our Western Empire Rebels campaign. Thank you, and goodbye. Death and violence will come to you. This is a beautiful, beautiful town, by the way, guys. Let's go and smash it up. Dum tum ti 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 ti. How did you die? What is happening to my men? Steve! He was the one man who tried!